This is City TV, everywhere.
Toronto is on the right track. Who do you trust to keep it on that track?
Your city.
His plan is all pain, no gain.
Your issues.
Working families can be put at the head of the line, not at the back of the line.
Your vote.
Who do you trust to keep a minority government from descending into wild spending and absurd compromise?
They are offering 19th century policies. We have a 21st century plan.
Ordinary working families will walk the halls of power at last in Canada.
Live coverage from Toronto and the GTA. City Vote 2008 on City TV.
Good evening, I'm Gord Martineau. This is City Vote 2008. After the 37-day federal election campaign, the polls have closed down east. And there are still some very interesting results there. But because voting continues here in central Canada for another half hour, we cannot publish any numbers until 9:30. However, there is much to talk about between now and then. And before we elect the new parliament, let's begin at looking at the old one. At dissolution, the minority Conservative government held 127 seats in the House of Commons. Sitting as the official opposition, the Liberals had 95 seats, followed by the Bloc with 48, the NDP with 30. Also, 4 vacancies, 3 independents, and 1 member who crossed the floor to the Green Party. And we'll put up those same numbers for you at the bottom of our election screen. Now, to the leaders as they mark their ballots today. Stephen Harper showed up with his wife and 2 children at the polling station in Calgary. Richard Madden will be with Harper tonight as he tries to keep and build on his Conservative minority. Richard joins us live right now.
Well, Gord, it's certainly a sense of bittersweet among several Conservatives. You have to remember Stephen Harper began this campaign with a majority in his grasp, but polls are suspecting that he will not achieve that tonight. Still, we're expecting about 1,000 cheering Conservative supporters here at the Conference Centre in downtown Calgary. The Conservative internal predictions are suspecting a minority government, but I'm going to be keeping my eye on Quebec, if there are any losses there, any gains, especially in the Kitchener area in southern Ontario and in British Columbia. Certainly, Gord, we can guarantee that there will be some big surprises tonight. Back to you.
All right, Richard, thank you for that. We'll get back to you later. Stéphane Dion was the last of the major party leaders to vote today. He visited a polling station this evening in Montreal. In the closing days of the campaign, Dion had urged Quebecers to vote for his Liberal Party instead of the Bloc, hoping to help bring down the Conservatives. Morella Fernandez is live with the Dion campaign in Montreal. Morella.
Well, Gord, Stéphane Dion, big night for him. He has a lot to prove, also a lot to lose. 2006, he became the party's leader, but many were unsure that he was the right man for the job. Since the election began, he's had a few stumbles, difficulty connecting with the English-speaking voters. The Green Shift plan, of course, well, that got a big red light from a lot of people. So is his support going to unravel tonight, or can he hold on and come back as leader of the official opposition? We're going to have to wait and see. Live in Montreal, Morella Fernandez, back to the newsroom.
Okay, Morello, thank you. NDP leader Jack Layton voted in the Toronto riding where his wife, Olivia Chow, is seeking re-election. Layton called this election an opportunity to choose a government that will stand behind ordinary people. Dwight Drummond now live at Layton headquarters. Dwight.
And Gord, Jack Layton is in the house, in the Cool House, which is the name of this venue that has been transformed into NDP election headquarters. Now, Jack Layton has really been able to grow this party since he took over as leader. They only had 14 seats. At dissolution, they had 30. He's hoping now to get them back to the days of Ed Broadbent back in 1988 when they had 43 seats in the House of Parliament. He said he's going to be the person looking out for the average Canadian in Parliament. We'll see if that resonated with voters. Back to Gord in the newsroom.
Okay, Dwight, thank you. Before heading out to vote, Elizabeth May, the Green Party leader, babysat for a mother of 4 who needed a caregiver so she could cast her own ballot. The Green Party leader said she was optimistic that she could upset Defense Minister Peter MacKay. Francis D'Souza is live at May headquarters in Nova Scotia. Francis.
And Gord, this is the party for the Green Party tonight. You know, quite a few people have gathered here because, as you mentioned off the top of the show, polls did close about an hour and a half ago here in Atlantic Canada. We are not allowed to tell you the results because of the Election Act, but we will be able to in about a half hour when the polls close in Ontario. Now, I can tell you that the Greens hope to make inroads and hope to win seats in Nunavut, right here in Central Nova, as well as Guelph and near Owen Sound, as well as 2 out in BC. Elizabeth May is expected to come here and address the crowd at about 10:30 local time, which is 9:30 in Toronto. So we will get back to it then. Back to you, Gord.
Thank you, Francis. The leader of the Bloc Québécois continued to rally support for his party as he voted in his Montreal riding. Gilles Duceppe was confident about his party's chances in the province as he voted early this morning. Right up until the end, he urged Quebecers to help prevent a Tory majority. Here's a live look at Duceppe headquarters in Montreal. The Bloc leader expected to arrive and greet supporters in the next couple of hours.
Le Bloc québécois, c'est le seul parti